this allowed? Ninja style, ninja style. Oh, god damn. Oh, ninja. Yeah, yeah, ninja. Is this allowed? Ninja style, ninja style. Oh, god damn. Oh, ninja. Yeah, yeah, ninja.
Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Today it is, what is that? Tuesday, the 16th of January, excuse me, the year is 2018. So it's Tuesday, January 16th, 2018. In those videos and pictures you just saw of the protesters in South Africa who went into H&M store and dismantled the stores, and protesting a picture that was taken of a little kid in an ad campaigning. He called the kid the coolest monkey in the jungle. Now, when I originally saw that ad, when everybody started raising questions about it, the first thing that came to my mind was, nobody at H&M took issue with this particular ad. Nobody? No one at that photo shoot. And then at the advertisement agency that later went on to publish this didn't realize that having a little black kid in a sweatshirt saying he was the coolest monkey in the jungle, they didn't have no problem with this. No problem. Nobody looked at this and they didn't raise any eyebrows. That's why I'm glad they went and dismantled those stores. Those images were seen around the world, everywhere for everybody to see. Because H&M was dead wrong for releasing that ad in the manner the way they did that. It should never have been published. Someone should look at this picture and say, okay, this is not going to work. This is unacceptable. This is offensive. But they didn't. Why didn't they find this offensive? Because the average white person don't give a shit about being offensive. It has no effect on their lives because they're not in brown skin. They didn't realize they're calling a little black child the coolest monkey in the jungle. They didn't see any problem with this. Nobody. And that's why those stores were ripped apart. And I stand by that decision of them people to go into those stores and tear them motherfuckers down. They didn't harm anybody. They just knocked the merchandise onto the floor. And the images were seen around the world at the H&M store. All around the world, we've all seen what took place in Africa because of those images, which should never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, have been released. Why did they release those images? Again, they don't care. They never cared. I don't know why black folks seem to think that racist white people care about what you think about their racist activities. Look what President Trump just said about Haitians. I think it's kind of sad that you have a president who's probably one of the most racist bigots we've ever had in political office ever that we know of, because he's speaking his mind. We don't know what was said behind privately, or at least in what people think. Racism in this country, in this world, is not going to change. It's going to be here forever because it's been here for centuries. And you all sitting back being complacent. Now, some people are saying they should have never torn that store apart. No, they did the right thing to tear that store apart. Nobody was hurt or injured. But they let it be known you were not going to disrespect us in the manner in which you've done it and then get away with it. And that's where the problem comes in. So much stuff takes place and we let Why? We let so many people. We let so many people dictate to us how we should handle certain issues. Nonviolent protesting has been used for decades to get a point across that it hasn't worked. It didn't work. It is not working. Here in the United States, we still have a major problem with police officers using excessive force, ending in the death of people who come in contact with them. So everybody marches up and down these streets and protests. For the past few years, they've been protesting since I can remember the Rodney King protest back 20 years ago. What has it resolved? Where has it gotten us? Have we fixed any of these issues with police officers using excessive force in the United States, particularly against Black Americans? Hasn't resolved anything. Every year we see hundreds of cases of this. Every year. It hasn't resolved anything. So maybe it's time to move away from the peaceful protesting that hasn't gotten us no place. To stand up as a race of people and start saying, we're not taking this no more. Going into an H&M store and knocking over racks of clothing, that was a minor violent protest. Nobody was hurt or injured. They could have firebombed the store, but they didn't. They just went over and knocked the merchandise down. They still had protests outside these stores, and H&M had to shut those stores down for a few days. No, I see this goes back to my question. Nobody at H&M, none of the advertisers, the photo director, nobody along the way saw any issue with putting that little black kid in that sweatshirt. Nobody had any questions about, okay, this might be pushing. What are we doing here? Nobody. Did they not see it? Did I not understand it? Something's not clicking here. I'm a little lost. But you expect this type of behavior from racist white people. And some white folks swear they ain't racist, but they are racist. It's like living with an alcoholic. If you ever live with somebody who's an alcoholic, they swear they're not an alcoholic. They don't drink excessively over drink. But you sit there looking at them like, dude, you just drank a whole bottle of Hennessy. You drank the whole bottle in one night. You drink every night. I've lived with an alcoholic. I know what it's like. They don't want to accept it. White folks will not accept the fact that they are racist around the world. They're not going to do it. Their behaviors, they're blind to it. Numb to it because they're so used to it. Have race relations got better? Depends on how you look at it. Yes, no. If you take a close look, when you really take a close look at what's happening around the world with race and racism around the world, things have not changed. They remain the same. It's so funny because I talk to people all over the world, and you got black minorities all around the world who have a huge unemployment problem. They can't find work. Even when they have a college degree, they're still suffering. They did everything right, so to say, but because they're only going to let so many black folks into these companies. I don't give a damn what you all say. Some of you all are ignorant. You all seem to think that they're going to hire all these black folks in these companies. Let's say that everybody keeps saying, oh, black folks need to go get math degrees, and if they got math degrees in STEM and fields and all this other stuff, that they're going to hire all these black folks. You nigga, please. You can go out there and get 1 million blacks to run up there and get degrees in STEM and mathematics and stuff like that. Half of them are going to be unemployed. I guarantee it. It's the world we live in. We have not forced these white folks to change their behaviors. We've become too complacent and numb to it ourselves. We've accepted it. That's why I stand by those protesters in Africa. They went in there and they made a ruckus. They didn't take it peacefully. Black Americans have sat here and taken all kinds of crap from these white folks in this country for centuries peacefully. Where has it got us? Where has it gotten us? Where? Where? Where's it got us? Where? Where's this peaceful protest got us? Where has it gotten us, guys? Nowhere. Nowhere. I stand by those protesters who went to that store. They didn't firebomb the place. They didn't destroy the store. They knocked merchandise on the floor. That merchandise has probably been picked up on the floor and customers in there buying it, and that's right as we speak. But those images that we saw will always be ingrained in our minds. These people in that store making it alone, we don't like what you did. I stand by those protesters. Some of you won't understand this. It's taken me years to understand. Now, no matter what black folks do, white folks ain't gonna like you. You can put on a suit and tie, march up and down Peachtree Street, and talk the most intelligent as you can possibly. You know, when me and Earl moved into that white neighborhood, I was very naive at that point. I thought, oh, this is going to be... I really thought we had a beautiful house, beautiful yard, beautiful... we were maintaining the house, the grass was cut, we planting flowers, we were doing all this stuff. We thought these white folks were going to accept us with a smile. They told us, nigga, please. We learned the hard way. See, Earl never really talked to his neighbors, but I had to talk to them racist white folks up there in that subdivision. I had to see them. He would be at work at about 7 o'clock. I was the person there having to deal with these foolish questions. And the mess that came out white folks' mouth up there kind of shocked me. It was shocking. One of the things that really, really shocked me was one of my neighbors, he used to come over to my house all the time. I let him come on inside the house, go into the kitchen, we talk and stuff like that. He'd tell a lot of stuff. But every time I went to that man's house, he never let me pass that front door. Never. He would come outside and see me. We would stand out there for 30, 40 minutes. So he said, come on in, Walter, have some coffee. Like I invited him into my house. Oh, no, nigga, you ain't coming in here. That's how they operate. All because of the color of a person's skin. Y'all don't get it though, but I do. If you like my videos, click like, share them with everybody you know. Yeah, we live in a racist world. I can't do nothing about it. I can't make you love or like me because of the color of my skin, especially if I've done nothing to you. And see, that's what it boils down to. The average black person has never done anything to these white folks for centuries. They never liked us from day one. And they don't like us even today in 2018. And it's okay. I stand by those protesters. They made a point that we saw all over the world, everywhere. Anyway, today it is Tuesday, January the 16th. The time now is about 10:42. I've been so busy this morning ripping around. I was trying to do this video at 8 o'clock this morning. I finally just sat down and did this short video at 10:42. Why did it take so long? Anyway, I got a lot of stuff I need to do today. Today is, because yesterday was a holiday, so I couldn't get very much accomplished. So I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done today. Anyway, if you like my videos, click like. Don't forget to share them with family members and friends. And I'm waiting for my mother to get over here because we're going to shoot a series of videos today. I'm going to take the... I enjoyed these videos with my mother. And I know life is short. So I'm taking this opportunity to stop everything that I'm doing to shoot these videos. I think they're very important. Anyway, I'm out of here, and I look forward to seeing you all later today. And you all have a great Tuesday. Again, it is January the 16th. The year is 2018, and I'm out of here.